Hey guys, what's going on? So today we're actually gonna be doing a video that's not car related. I did a poll on my story to see how many of you guys would actually be interested in something like this. I actually got a few people actually interested in it, and so today we're gonna be building my brother's PC. He bought all his parts on his own, and then me and my friend Fernie are gonna be installing everything. The setup probably ran him about $1,400 or so, maybe 15. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, he actually got parts that are better than my PC. That's mine back there. You already know you gotta have RGB. But alright, so we're gonna start off basically with every part that he has. Fernie's gonna be explaining everything, and then we'll just take it from there.
Well, his brother's going to be going with Ryzen 7 3700X graphics card. He decided to do 2060 Super. He's doing 16 gigs of RAM. He did get both an SSD 500 gigs and 1 terabyte hard drive. Motherboard, he's going with a Asus Tough Gaming 570 Wi-Fi. And he is getting, he's using a 850 power supply from Corsair. For the case, he's going with a Fantex 400A. And yeah, I mean, pretty good setup all around.
Alright, so we're about to start right here. Baller ass setup. Just took off the little glass for the casing so we could start putting everything together, and then we could just start throwing all the stuff inside.
Alright, so first things first, you want to get your motherboard. You want to get your fucking processor. You want to get your processor. Make sure you line it up correctly. There's a little arrow right there in the corner to make sure, and you just want to drop it. Alright, we did it. Then put that down.
Alright, now that's in right there. It basically just kind of like slides in there, and you'll know once it's in there. It kind of like, I guess it's in place or something, you can say, but yeah, that's literally it. But just make sure not to drop that, because if you drop that, that's GG, boys. Game over.
Alright, then you want to get your 2 sticks of RAM. Usually it's always DIMM slot 2 and 4. Make sure these are popped open, and you want to light it up correctly. So right here you can see it splits right there, so it splits right there on the motherboard. Fuck. Easy.
Alright, also once you put them in the RAM sticks, these little clips right here, they'll basically like hold it in place, so that's how you know it's on right. Forgot to mention that. And now he's gonna put the cooler on the processor right now, so we're gonna be using the stock cooler that it came with. Probably just gonna upgrade it later on, but for now we're just gonna use the stock cooler. Alright, so he's putting the cooler on to the processor. The motherboard comes with these little brackets, the ones that have the little screw right there, and then you just kind of like use the little hooks, and it kind of holds onto it, and that's basically it. He just has to hook that one onto it right now, and then that's basically it. It's already on there. And then also, just whenever you put the cooler, usually if they're stock, they already come with the little thermal thingy. What's it called?
A thermal paste.
The thermal paste. But if you buy a different type of cooler, you're obviously gonna have to buy thermal paste to put it onto it. Because we have another cooler right here that we're gonna be switching to, and it doesn't have the thermal paste. But once we get the rest of the parts, the brackets and everything, we're gonna switch over to this one, and then it'll basically get rid of that big ass fan right there, and it'll have a little radiator. It's like a car. But yeah, he's just gonna clip on the little thing, and that's basically it. This is what I mean, the little bracket right here, the silver one. And then this one right here, you can loosen it. It has two of them. You loosen it, you can bring it up, and then you can just screw it back in once you put it back on. But yeah, that's basically how that goes.
They're a lot faster. They're expensive.
Alright, so he's just putting the SSD. We removed the processor and everything just to give us a little more space. We'll put it on again once we finish. It's the 970 Evo. So it just goes into that little slot right there, and then it takes a little screw on the other side. Alright, so he just screwed it in. It goes in there, and then it has a little screw right here. This one. Alright, so we just put back the processor. It's already in there, locked in place. This little hook right here is literally like, it's over here before it's locked, and then once you put everything in place, you just like flick it over and it locks it in place, so it won't move around or anything. And then that's basically it. Alright, so we just took the back piece off so we can get that little box. It has like all the little screws and stuff for the little accessories and everything, so we can start putting everything together. Alright, so motherboard's going in with everything, and we're basically should be done pretty soon. Just lining it up with the little hole so you can screw it in and it doesn't fall off. So the little box, cardboard box, had all the little screws that hold everything in place. Alright, so he's just putting in the graphics card now. All crispy, silver, mine's all black. Alright, so the graphics card's in there already. There's these little fin things behind, like these right here. You had to remove them to obviously put the graphics card in there. Just remove two of them, and it's already in there, ready to go. Alright, so we already put the hard drive in there. It's a terabyte hard drive. There's two right here, so you can like put two if you want to. And then there's also like the bigger ones that go down here, but my brother decided to go with the smaller one. So if anything, he can always just switch it out. Doesn't really matter. And then that's the power supply right there. And it's coming together already, so soon. Alright, so we're just putting the power supply. Basically goes into like that little empty slot right here. And then you just line it up with the screws and stuff. Just takes 4 screws, one there, one here, and then one on the other side. Alright, so we actually just took it out instead because we forgot to connect these wires. Basically for the graphics card and everything, they're routed through here. They have like little rubber thingies you can put them in through, and then they go to the front right there. There's one for the graphics card, and then there's that one right there for the motherboard. So now we just gotta connect them. Makes it easier instead of having to struggle and put these inside while the power supply is already screwed in there. Alright, so we're all good now. Here goes the first startup. Let's see if it works.
It's on.
Empty ass spot.
Is it gonna boot? Oh,
Oh,
it
it worked.
booted.
No RGB. Alright, so this is basically the full PC already connected and everything. We ended up fixing that fan. It wasn't lighting up, but yeah, everything's already done. This is what it looks like. And this is already him playing a game. But yeah, everything's already set up, so it's good to go. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and if anything, we might do another one because my other brother's gonna be getting his on as well.